back with another performance of Grass being ignorant to the nodes around him. Here we are again in Alliance War Season 45, War number 4. And like I said at the end of the last video, I was switching to Section 1, Path 7 for the rest of the season, and then in Section 2 I'll be going back to Path 1. So here we are on Path 7, and we have a great start because we get to use Kitty, so that always makes me happy. And so we're going to start by taking this Kingpin. And I don't remember the rotation I go for, but I do remember that it's just she kind of cheeses the entire thing because she's not going to really take any damage from the damage reflection because she doesn't take damage when she's phased. So it works out pretty perfect right there. We're going straight for SP2 if I remember correctly because our basic attacks hit really hard. That'll happen when you have an Ascended Kitty like mine, so we're just building our prowess to our Special 2, baiting his SP1s along the way because I don't want to deal with the Unstoppable on the SP2. And we throw it, and it does almost enough damage to knock him out, but then we'll just get him with the Striker right after, and that'll do the trick. So there goes that Kingpin fight. Only damage we took was from a few block hits at the start, so it went pretty perfectly. Next up is this Omega Sentinel on the weirdest placement I've ever seen, because it's a node that places armor breaks on her when that's basically the way you want to counter her. And I had to read it twice to make sure that that was actually intentional, because I don't understand why she would ever be placed on this node. Maybe I'm missing something, but you're basically making it easier for me by placing her on a node that's going to let me armor break. So that's fun. I don't even know if we're ever going to go for armor breaks in this fight. Okay, we're going to go for one there, because we don't even need them a lot when I just alternate my basic attacks. And so yeah, we just throw the SP2 here and she dies. So there goes my Section 1 paths. They went really, really quick and easy. So now I'm moving into Section 2, and we're going to start off with this Hulk, I believe. And we'll be taking it with Masacre just because Tactic Defender means Tactic Attacker. So we just go for Masacre here. It's an unduped Hulk too, so I don't have to worry about the Unstoppable triggering, which again I could just prevent from the slow from my heavy attack, but if it was a duped Hulk I would have to worry about it, but here I don't. So we're just going to be playing this very safe, trying to hope he doesn't throw an SP1, because if you get caught on that dash back you're just completely dead, so we're going to push to SP2s as much as we can. The regen he gets really ain't that big a deal. It's not that much damage, not that much regen I mean, and then yeah, we get to nuke him down pretty fast just because Masacre is pretty fast. So we push him to another SP2. He doesn't even throw it. We just go for the SP1 to refresh the incinerates and he's out of there. So pretty great fight for Masacre. And next up we have Sauron. I brought Viv back for this one. I haven't Viv'd all season if I remember correctly. I might have. I don't think I have though. And Viv is just perfect for this node because she is Nullify immune when she has an armor up, meaning Buffet is just never going to trigger. So we just have to deal with his regular regens, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. This might not even, I think it's Buffet, but it has like Arc Overload on as well or something. I don't remember the node anymore. I just remember that Viv was what I was basically assigned. I'm working on my assignments for my paths with a friend of mine because a lot of the deaths have been just my ignorance for some of the matchups, like how they would work and stuff, so I'm getting a second opinion on a lot of the fights I'll be taking for the rest of the season, which I think is definitely going to help a lot. And so Viv was definitely what we settled on for this fight, which, you know, as you can see, we finished it with a full yellow bar, so it worked out perfectly. And yeah, that is my Section 1 and 2 fights, and now we move into the mini islands, starting with this thing. And, okay, so here is what my head thought. So he's got a personal space regen. The way I want to counter that is by stacking a bunch of stacking a bunch of Incinerates, refreshing with the SP1, making sure Despair keeps the regions under control. Now, what I didn't think about is the fact that I can slow him with my heavy attack. The reason I didn't think this would work is because I thought it had to be against Sugar Pill defenders, and then I realized after the war, talking with a good buddy of mine about the fight, it's not something I had to worry about. So I basically just made this fight 3 times harder by forgetting that I could heavy attack for slow. I even see the slow on the screen right there, and my brain just doesn't process its existence. And I'm like, okay, I gotta be playing this where I have to count to 15 every time. And yeah, I think the title of this video is gonna be called Hole in the Bottom of My Brain. 1, for the AJR reference. 2, because, you know, I'm an idiot. And you can see that regen is pretty strong. And he's at full health again. And now I'm having a stress attack because he's at 14 rock stacks. He just threw his special 2. I need him to get to an SB1 now. I'm gonna have to spam his block. And I have to find a way to deal with the regens once we get out of this sticky situation. Oh yeah, and he decides to intercept. And now I'm down to 21%. He's at full health. So this isn't going well. I still don't notice that there's a slow there. I finished this entire fight not realizing that I ever slowed this guy once, because my brain is just non-existent in this fight. And I'm counting to 15 again because I think I need to. And we bait the special, and he finally throws it. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can get the bat ignited, maybe I'll be able to recover from this fight. Now my ignition charges are falling off, so it's going to take even longer to reignite it. He throws his SP2, and I need him to get 3 more of his rock stacks, and now I can bait a special attack. And we just bait it, he finally throws it, and then we got our ignition back, we throw our SP2. It does a decent bit of damage, because I was expecting the protection to shut a lot of it off, and then I don't even know what happened there. I just died because I'm a moron and didn't realize that the slow would trigger. So I don't even know how to express the stupidity of that fight. But I went to think about something other than MCoC for an hour. I went to work. I was talking to my good friend about this fight, how I should go approach the matchup, and he told me, hey, yeah, the slow actually applies against non-sugar pill, and that's what I was assuming you would have done the entire time. When in my head I was like, oh, I just gotta refresh the incinerates to keep despair going. Nope, didn't have to do that. I just was absent-minded and made the fight 3 times harder. And so as you can see here, we changed my game plan to throwing a bunch of heavy attacks, which not only keeps the bat ignited really easily, but gives me the slow that makes me not have to worry about the rock stacks. And also, I don't have to worry about the regen, because I'm knocking them far away. So I ran an indestructible boost, which was nice because I got hit there, and I didn't take a lot of damage, so that definitely helped out a lot. And we are just trying to finish the fight now. He's almost dead. If I just did this method before, I would have saved a death. And it's really annoying, and I keep killing myself for it, that I screwed up like that. But at least I learned my lesson. I just gotta think about the bright side of that fight. That I know now what I'm supposed to do. So, we are... I've done 4 wars this season, and I've already lost 6 attack bonus. And I think a lot of it's because I've lost a lot of confidence. I think a lot of it is because I'm assigning fights for myself instead of letting someone smarter do it for me. And that's something I'm definitely trying to change. And with the upcoming wars. And yeah, okay, so this Korg fight's starting out awfully, because I was trying to get an intercept to make sure I didn't have to use a medium, kept missing it, I eventually got hit, lost 60% of my health already. Now we're in the poison phase, and I'm just trying to chill whilst trying to do trigger phase at the same time, because I don't want a lot of poisons, but I also do not want to get myself in the corner. Because if I get myself in the corner against a stun immune Korg, I'm basically dead, because he's got unstoppable and that jazz. So we are just going to chill while we're in the poison phase, since we don't have any... The relic just saved my life there. I think my cat's coughing up a fur ball. That's just, yeah. And so we're going for this SB1 now, because I'm like, okay, my prowess is going to fall off anyway. I'm going to have to rebuild them to go phased. And now I'm just like, okay, I need crits, I need intercepts, I just need some way to build prowess back because I'm in this poison phase again. And we bait this guy's SP1. I need a light intercept to remove the lock stacks. I actually went for a medium one. I should have tried another backdraft just to get some prowess back, because now I'm down to 2 prowess. I'm ticking down with degen. I need 1 more prowess to phase, and I'm just not getting it because of his crit resist. I'm just like, game, please give me a prowess. And I finally got a prowess, and now I'm back to being able to phase, and I'm feeling okay again. So we definitely lose a little bit of health in the end because this rock stacks came back. We won, and I nearly had a heart attack in that fight because that's one of the easiest fights on my entire assignment sheet, and I nearly just crapped the bed. Luckily, we're okay. I just played bad. At least it wasn't just a brain dead moment. I probably could have played better still. I always could play better. There's always room for improvement, but at least it wasn't the main cause of, the result of that fight. Speaking of being brain dead, I completely forget in this fight that Unstoppable exists in the beginning. And so yeah, we take a nice 13k medium, and he's gonna hit me some more, because I forget that he does Unstoppable things because he's Decay. Or Sugar Pill. I'm Decay, actually. Yeah, that's, if you haven't figured out why the title of the video is called this, even after I explain why it's called this, I hope that you can see why from these fights, because they're pretty bad looking, and I wanted him to do SP1, but I guess we're doing SP2 now. That's fine. We just need to be careful and not get bullied. And I was aware of my dex buff there, so I knew the Unstoppable's coming. I prevented it as best as I could. There, I could have got hit with the Unstoppable, but I didn't. RNG was on my side. Now he's slowed, and I got my Incinerates ticking again for a little bit. And so he's still slowed there, and now I don't know why I went for an SP1 there. That was stupid. I should have just kept building to an SP2. We're back to Ignited. We just need to get an opening to get Brute Force off of me and get some damage over time ticking again. We're just going to block these SP1s at this point just to be extra safe. I need to watch that Unstoppable. Luckily, I did watch it. And now I need to watch the Unstoppable again. I'm getting better at remembering to watch out for it. And yeah, we just need to get this guy to block, and he dies to his SP2. I tried so hard to die in that fight, but I saved my life by adjusting and being aware of decay and stuff like that. So at least I made up for it. So yeah, another death. I'm not feeling good, but I'm making improvements. I'm doing the best I can to get myself back on track, especially by talking a lot more fights out with some people who I regard with very high intelligence. So we won the war. Again, the Alliance carried us. We're 4-0 so far. It's feeling good. We are in Plat 1. We're getting close to Masters. The goal of the season was to push for Masters. We're in Plat 1 now. We're climbing Plat 1. We're gonna get there. I know we are. I know we can do it. And I can't wait for that to happen. So anyway, thanks for watching my ignorance once again, and I'll see you in the next video.